guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is TheMakeup.Talk, aka Jae, and I just wanted to go ahead and share with you guys some things that I'm not going to be purchasing in the world of makeup, the beauty community. This is an anti-haul. This was popularized by a YouTuber, Kimberly Clark, here on YouTube, and she does basically the video is kind of like anti-consumerism, like you don't need everything. Just because you see it doesn't mean you have to have it. About living in a way of buying the things that you need and not living to excess and not feeling like you gotta have everything just because it's the new and latest and greatest. And you know what, sometimes in the world of makeup, not everything is for you, not everything is your vibe. So yeah, this is in no way to disrespect or that I do not like these companies. A lot of these companies that I'm mentioning, I have a ton of their products. It's just this particular thing or this particular collection that's being launched, I'm not that into. So I would go ahead and share those with you guys. So here we go, on to the anti-haul. So first and foremost, something that I'm not something that I kind of have not really had, like, I haven't had like the want to buy are the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter kits. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I think I'm like at my max with my highlighters right now. I've got the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I've got the Masterchrome, which is what I'm wearing on my face right now. I will have all my makeup details linked in the description box. But I don't know, it doesn't like appeal to me. I haven't heard like the best of reviews, like, you know, it's kind of not one of those things that people have continued to talk about. And that is definitely what a lot of the things on my anti-haul are things that I've seen that somebody has made like one video and then I've never seen them use it again. And that's kind of how I feel about that. I love her liquid lipsticks, but just the 3D highlighter palettes, I don't know, they don't really appeal to me, so that's going to be a pass. The other thing is the KKW contour kits, both the cream and the powder. So with the cream, honestly, it's because of the amount of product. I just don't want to spend that much money to get that little of product. Plus, I already kind of have, like, I still use my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit, and I don't actually use it that much. I just use it on very, very special occasions or when somebody else is asking me to do their makeup for them. So yeah, that's just something that I'm gonna have to pass on. The powder kits, I already have a powder kit that I use pretty frequently, and it just works for my shades. And I don't like the guessing work of having to buy those online, because what if I buy one that's too light or one that's too dark, and then it's no good for me. So yeah, it's gonna have to be a pass on those. Plus, like I said, I haven't heard anybody really rave about it besides the like one review that everybody did. So the new Kylie lip kits are like a back to school, like 3 lip kits, like mink and bubblegum and something else. None of those colors really do it for me. I'm pretty much wearing like the alternative, or I guess dupe, for another color, for one of those colors right now. So I mean, there's no reason to really add another one into my collection. Plus, I have a ridiculous amount of lip products that I don't even get to wear. So yeah, pass on those. In general, I just haven't bought anything from Kylie Cosmetics in a very, very long time. When they first came out, I kind of bought everything. Of like, this whole row is Kylie Cosmetics, and we've got like 2 Huda Beauty, but we've got 2 rows of we have this whole row of Kylie Cosmetics, and then I have 3 more right here. So it's not like a formula that I'm like, oh my god, I must have it. Like, if they come out with a really cool, unique color, then I'm like, okay, I want that one. The Pure Cosmetics Little Pony collection. Now, I know Haley Barber is the ambassador for this collection, and I think she is so cute, and I love her style, and she's such a sweet, sweet person. But the line just, it doesn't really, like, I don't know, I would never see myself using any of those colors. I'm sure that it's great. I have a lot of other great Pure Cosmetics stuff that I use that I love, but that's just not like my vibe. I don't know, I'm not into the unicorn thing, I'm not into the mermaid thing. Like, I never caught that wave or that trend. So and The Little Mermaid was one of my favorite movies, but I just, no. It's a Becca Holiday, I think it's called Après Ski. Yeah, the Après Ski eye palette. I already have all those shadows like in other palettes, and I've never had Becca eyeshadows. I love their highlighters and I love their blushes, but I remember the whole drama with the Jaclyn Hill like eye palette, and so I don't know. And there's not really a lot, and I feel like the palette's just like, look, 1, 2, 3, like here's a couple. It's more than 3, but you know, here's a couple of eyeshadows and ta-da, and yeah. So I'm sure that this holiday season there's going to be a lot of other stuff that's kind of probably going to catch my eye before that does, so that's going to be a pass. Milk Makeup is coming out with these like holiday quads, and again, like the unicorn, the holographic, that like little wave or trend that happened this summer, I wasn't about it, so yeah, it's just not for me. It's not a look that I would go to. I'm not ever gonna really put blue highlighter on, besides like doing an outrageous or like a crazy kind of Halloween costume, but it's not something I'm gonna rock on the daily. I mean, at the same time, I know there's people that probably wouldn't rock this outside of like their house. I would. So it's just for me, it doesn't work. Not to say that the product doesn't work, because I don't know if it works or not. It's probably good, but it just doesn't go with my style. There are the Pat McGrath Mothership eyeshadows, or these are like they're eyeshadow palettes. There's, I believe, like 4 of them. They're pretty pricey, and I'll have the price right here. And Pat McGrath has some amazing quality products, but none of those eyeshadows are like screaming out like, I have to have that, to me. And for the price, it's no, even if it's a really, really great quality. I'm sure that they're fantastic and phenomenal because she's an amazing makeup artist, but those eyeshadow palettes just aren't for me. The Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection. This is already launched, and I posted about it obviously on my Instagram because that's what I do. I like to post like all the stuff that's coming out, the latest and greatest in makeup. But none of those products I'm like, oh my god, I need to have that. And again, like this whole video is kind of about like, is there anything that you're kind of like, I mean, it's okay, but I get the concept. It's very cute, their little niche, but that collection just, no. I don't know, there was nothing about it that I'm like, oh my god. But I haven't tried the products, it's just they're not screaming out at me. Speaking of another Too Faced collection, the Clover collection, I think it's really, really cute for somebody who's just starting out in makeup or somebody who loves cutesy things like that. But no, I don't like the palette. I don't like that it has like little stickers that you can put on it. The colors in the palette I'm not crazy about. It seems like you could probably put together all of your Too Faced chocolate bar palettes and like have all of the palettes. So that's gonna be a pass. The thing that's already launched is the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. I love the concept of this palette because I think it's so cool that it's like supposed to be like stained glass, but none of those shadows are like things that I'm going to use every day or things that I'm going to use very often. I've bought a lot of Kat Von D palettes and products, and I even have the Serpentina palette, and I literally have that palette exclusively for my Halloween looks and stuff like that because it has some really, really nice pigmented shadows, and that's probably the same thing that I would use that Saint and Sinner palette for. But if I already have a palette that does that for me, then I don't need to go out and get another one. So that's why it's a pass, not because it's bad quality. I'm sure those shadows are bomb, and I'm sure that there's a lot of colors in there that I probably couldn't find in other palettes, but I already have a palette that's my like kind of crazy palette, so I just need one. ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. And with this one, it's a little complicated because honestly, this is something I would totally use. And I almost did actually buy this palette when it launched. The only issue for me is that I already have quite a bit of eyeshadow palettes that I'm trying to get more into using. I'm trying to start doing my eyeshadow a little bit more. I'm trying to, you know, experiment and not wear the same makeup every single day that I do my makeup. And I don't, like my Yes Please palette, I probably have used that palette maybe like 2 or 3 times because I'm always trying to reach for like another palette, and I just feel like if I'm not like all the way there with that palette or all the way, I don't know. I'm not completely convinced to get it yet, basically. And so I just don't think I'll add it to my collection, honestly. It's just because I feel like I have to use my other palettes first before I start moving on to other things. And I have that palette, I'm sure. I have that palette with a mix of my Jaclyn Hill palette and a mix of probably the 350. I've got that palette, so I don't really need to get it. I know it's inexpensive, and I'm not saying it's a bad buy. But if you're thinking about picking up that palette, that probably would be something, especially if you're just starting to get into makeup. ColourPop makes great products at an affordable price. They always have, and I'm so excited because they're coming to Sephora, and that's going to be so much more fun to see the products and swatch them and do all that. But yeah, just that palette, I don't think I need it right now. And last but not least, the Lorac Pro Mega Palette 4. That just got recently launched. And honestly, I've already bought either 2 or 3 of those Lorac Pro palettes, and I don't have any of them. I don't have any of those palettes. I've given those palettes away to people in my family that love makeup, but maybe, like, you know, can't be like spending tons of money on makeup like I can, or to friends. So yeah, if I've already like bought 2 or 3 of those palettes and I've given them away, I'm not gonna go buy the 4th one just for, you know, for giggles. I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's just a waste of money. So yeah, that's why I'm not getting it. I just don't see myself reaching for those palettes. Like, I don't know why, but it's not that they're bad either, honestly, but I just feel like they keep trying to like mix up the palettes, and it's like they keep coming up with the same thing with like little different variations to make it look different. And so, guys, thank you so much for joining me for my anti-haul. This is part 2 of my anti-haul series. I will keep doing these if you guys want to keep seeing them. I know that these videos can come off a little negative, but I promise you they are not supposed to be negative. They're just giving you my opinion on why I'm not purchasing certain things. And these might be things that you want to see on the channel, and this is maybe my explanation as to why you probably won't see them here. But there's a lot of other channels out there. Jackie Aina, Thomas Halber. I mean, there are a ton of other channels. I just can't, like, off the top of my head go right now. Oh, Tati, you know, Westbrook, she reviews, or they all review a lot of these collections that I'm talking about. And you know, they have the good and the negative, and they will always be really upfront and honest with what they think about the product, which is fantastic. And those are definitely the channels that I recommend you to watch. Also, Raw Chrissy Beauty, I love her. She's hilarious. Like, she really is just like the funniest thing ever, and I love her reviews because they're so real, and they're like, you can tell that she's just telling it like it is. She doesn't care, and I love that. I will link their channels below, and I know that they have reviews on those. So thank you guys so much for joining me again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.